Yeah. Alright. Light bar. Girl, what you doing tonight? Yeah. I can put you on a flight. Yeah. Flights. In the sky like a beautiful kite. Yeah. You just might confuse it with Christ. Yeah. Flights. Yeah. I was like, oh no. Whoever you thought it was, bitch, you Dolo. Oh no. Yeah. You was like, oh no. Whatever you thought it was, bitch, I'm no. Oh no. My bad. I ain't really mean to call you out your name. I only want you. I tell you now, girl, I'm out the game. Without the plane, I'll see you going that far. Tell me where we can go in that car without no gas, bitch. I bet you think I know magic. That's not rolling. And I'm all alone. Lights, bitch, I'm rolling. And I'm all alone. Lights, bitch, I'm smoking. Like Egyptian show. Lights, told me you are not at home. I had to say hello. Baby, you are not alone. But there's some things I gotta know, yeah. Cause ain't no one girl gonna stop the show. Why you make that crazy face when you drop your phone, yeah. Girl, don't worry, I'ma make you crazy. The pussy murder was the case they gave me. I was in the apartment, playing the angel bars. Don't about to go in this angel form. You're what you hate and for 6 a.m. about like a canker store. Wherever I be yelling, it ain't no floor. I don't even know the time like 8:04. All these clothes I made no more. You and yours, I'ma take you on a tour. Always dressed like the pilot man, that's my uniform. A unicorn with this rap shit. It's magic across the atlas. Ashes from that grass bitch. My last bitch was too ratchet. I left her alone. Flights. I'm on to the next one, letting me know. I'm supposed to the past, I'm letting it go. My boss is you know. I'm rolling. And I'm all alone. Lights, bitch, I'm rolling. And I'm all alone. Lights, bitch, I'm smoking. Like Egyptian Joe. Lights, told me you are not at home. I had to say
walkie-talkie horns. Down there, other than that, old nigga spiritual. Other than that, old nigga neckline snake man spirit, float buttercream down somebody's goddamn grandmother's gutter line on the goddamn roof, jawline neck. Other than that, old wet frozen winter tile piping system down the goddamn basement neck. Other than that. Jolly green giant stacking the Jack and the Beanstalk neck face. Spinal cord miscellaneous, multiple sclerosis face. Your cranium miscellaneous with your cheekbone. I'm on break. Anybody who ain't get their reading yet, you gonna get it right after this guy. You gonna get it right after the reading. I mean, right after the live stream. Damn, I'm stumbling over and get my. Anybody who ain't get their reading yet, you gonna get it right after this goddamn reading. Right after this live stream. I see, I gotta get my mind right. See, you can't be just jumping into one thing, jumping right into another thing, and jump. Dang. Let me get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get my mind right. So it don't be a long night. Oh, my mind about right. You know what I'm saying? But the second one. I'm saying real stuff. I feel like I just like feel like my first day out of jail right now. Oh god damn, one of the best feelings in the world. Yo, shout out to Rollo. Fresh out of jail. Fresh out of Belmont Pines. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep 100. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the cycle war. Oh, I ain't got no problems with nobody. I don't want to do nothing to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Look, check this out. I ain't got no enemies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no enemies. Nothing in my life. Nothing going on wrong with nothing. The hell with them goddamn bills. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. You know what I think it's one for the donation chest part. I appreciate that for the bottom of my heart. You better believe it. I've been ballers for the soul group. And I'll be a little bit more lighter and freer tomorrow so I can spend a little bit of time on social media. Because that's one of the representatives on the Soul Group online page. I'm saying so I can spend a little bit more time in the regular world. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the matrix. I've been in the time zone. I'm still is. Get off the loud shit. I'm still going back. Ain't nothing wrong with it either. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I'm saying it like I'm complaining. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Stress, what? Fatigue, what? What? What is dumb words? What you talking about? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all be talking about down here sometimes. I'm saying sometimes angels be able to think about things like, hold on, is we a part of this? You know what I'm saying? It start with like thoughts and feelings first. We gotta be like, we a part of it? I don't know. Like sometimes we gotta remind ourselves when we go to a crash out, a burnout. You know what I'm saying? We won't be realizing we get there until it's already happening. We might wake up a week later or 2 weeks later and be like, oh damn, okay, next, let's do it again. I'm saying real stuff. Keep it 100. Like angels don't be playing around. Like angels don't know how to think about what's going on. It's y'all humans, y'all the ones always like in pain or something else or some insecurity, and actually make that your God at the moment. Like you actually make that more important than things. What that got to do with stuff? Like they got anything to do with nothing else but you. Now it's about to turn into I think, I feel. Then the next thing coming from that is you creating a name around it and calling it your God. Then you get confused and call it the God that you think somebody else talking about. You know, I said you just get lost in your own world at some point. You know, you be having nothing to do with nothing else but you serving two masters, and both of them ain't just one lesser than the other. Like ain't none of them God. Like both of them ain't got nothing to do with God. I'm changing my life. I'm changing my life. I'm buying some female ring. That goddamn feel free. I feel free. I'm saying I ain't complaining about no cage or nothing like that. But we're gonna get into the astrologies and we're gonna get into all the circumstances and stuff like that. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm healing societal issues and hunger. That's it. Oh, we back now. Further than that. You know what I'm saying? You go through a little drought. You guys like pent up jail energy a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's good like productivity energy though. It's good productivity energy. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you got like a desire. But let's say you got godly desires. So godly desires ain't got nothing to do with the shadow government made up. The godly desires only got something to do with like what God created, like weed seeds and plants. You know what I'm saying? Walking in the park. You know what I'm saying? Taking a drive. Like stuff that ain't really got nothing to do with reality. But if you make those more purposes and stuff, God give you everything else people be trying to get for something that you ain't really got to do nothing for. Basically be free and stuff like that because God already, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like when your purpose for God is like you always able to just be for God. You ain't never got to get lost and, flunked out family members, flunked out friends. You know what I'm saying? You run out of gas. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop being Beavis and Butt. All kind of stuff. Sad. You got to learn what you working for, means and stuff like that. Like, what do you do in your life? Do you do things in your life for a new Mercedes Benz, or you do things in your life for God? Here's the thing: when you do things in your life for God, the stuff that God have you caring about, you know what I'm saying? God give you the like money for like a new goddamn Rolls Royce and shit like that, and money don't go towards a Rolls Royce. I'm saying go towards something God wants you to do. Other people get in the world, they work for Rolls Royce, their money go towards Rolls Royce. The next day, now they want to do something for God. Now they want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because then the bills start hitting. And then they start, oh, what's going on? God, I need you in my life. No, it don't go that way. It don't work that way. You don't get to like sacrifice your life and then try to like do something you want. You gotta do something for God. You know what I'm saying? Then God, then once you can do it like 3 or 4 times, God might be like, okay, you can have a little piece, child. Take a piece out of what I gave you. And if it looked like it could just be a piece with the Rolls Royce or something like that, you could do it. If it ain't a piece, if it look like half or whole of your whole cup, your whole bank account, go to hell. Don't come to me after you think about. I said that's what you worked. That was your God. That was. I said that's God. God don't know shit about Steven Spielberg. Y'all gotta recalibrate y'all productivity. What do you actually do things for? You know what I'm saying? You do things for God. It don't be things that nobody else, and like you see on commercials and stuff like that. It don't be having nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So you find yourself in like better positions in life and stuff like that because you know your life God don't want much, so you don't want much. God give you the world. You know what I'm saying? And God is end up giving you the world. Thank you so much for the donation, ladies. Say, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Real stuff. Number 9 individual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all gotta pick game and stuff like that. When we start to talk about synchronicities and sigils and foundations we can put ourselves in it, like as constructs and templates. You know what I'm saying? Constructs and templates. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? And everybody going to hell. Everybody going to heaven and stuff like that. Everybody about to meet God. Everybody got good technologies and knowledge, and I'm about to help the world. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You know what I'm that. Oh, that. Oh, and check this out. We 12 buttercream minutes in. So you know what I'm saying? We got the Sun in Sagittarius and we got the Moon in Libra. So with the Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Libra, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be reacting, responding to our relationships, and we got the right relationships and circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we're gonna decide if it's the right relationship or not, it's gonna be highly predicated on if it looked like Sagittarius. Because remember, the Moon is the energies we in. The Moon is the sign we in. But for the most part, so it's the world we in. But how it's gonna look and how we gotta act upon it, and whether it play out as things we have to use as a short-term ego or things we have to express as a healthy ego in order to protect that feminine energy of the world we in, as the womb, the atmosphere, the reflection, the moon. And then we have to make it look like the emanation, aka what's creating it, the masculine, the sun. So we have to make some Libra energy look like Sagittarius. And if you ain't really into astrology, this is probably why you might fail within your conversations during this particular time. Every time is a fail. It'll be like better luck next week because the moon moves fast. So a lot of times you don't necessarily have to make mistakes. Just keeping on track with the moon transits and things of that nature. You don't necessarily have to put yourself in perspective. You already know what to make conversations or whatever action you get ready to participate with the external world. You already know when you're into astrology, using it as alchemy and esoteric concepts of it, you already know you're going to manifest better circumstances that go more in your favor if you act out the energies as above, so below. So you know that if the world we in, dealing with Libra, you know you need to relate or initiate some type of conversation. But you know it has to look like the ego, the sun, Sagittarius. So you know you need to initiate some balance, fairness, or some communication, Libra, when it comes to where you get ready to react to the world, because that's the moon, and you have to react to the world with that nature, but you have to make it look like Sagittarius. So you better be initiating or communicating some form of spirituality, morality, some fire, mutable fire, being mutable and being able to adapt to your own or other people's ways of seeing and feeling about things. So that's tapping in with your own or other people's feelings or expression, judgmental energy or reaction energy, or learning based upon experience, or being a fool at the situation for other people can learn from, or being wise, seeing other people be a fool in a circumstance. So all of that need meaning and reasoning before you participate with expressing the action. All of that is Sagittarius. So if you ain't even got no meaning or reasoning behind something before you get ready to express an action, don't express the action unless you have a real meaning and reasoning behind why you're expressing it, or you're going to be seen as an extreme fart cloud who need a straitjacket due to the fact of the archetype itself of Sagittarius having a debilitation of Mercury here. So you gotta keep that in mind too. I gotta get this goddamn back too pulled. It broke a little bit. So that means it's time to get it pulled. Once it start aching real bad, It's gonna be all bad. Gotta go. Oh, sad. I'm far away from the monkey part DNA and stuff like that. I did that few eons. Few humans might got to do that 4 or 5 times and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a realm of reality. We ain't had no skull, teeth, or feet. Barely had eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? It was just the ability to push forward. That was the concept of our eyeball. The ability to push forward as a spirit and move another space out the way so your space could be in that space. It became competitive too. It became individualistic. It became I. What's homeboy name from Chicago? Oh, Jeremiah. I don't know what the song was called. As far as called So that's how you know it was gonna be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Because it got something to do with the devil and you know what I'm saying, all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All some selfish stuff. You don't want to please your insecurity. You don't want to please your desire. You know what I'm saying? Love made love conditional through an R&B song. It ain't always about it's about us. Real stuff. It sound good though. It's all gonna sound good though. We just gotta go real quick, huh? There we go. We just gotta poke where it hurt real quick and it'll stop hurting for a while. Y'all don't necessarily need no Tylenol, no Advil, no aspirin. You know what I'm saying? All y'all gotta do is poke the area, and all the things that's rushing there will flee. You know what I'm saying? That worked faster than any damn pill. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta make sure you do it the right way because it's all about nerve. It's all about the nerve system and stuff like that. So if you understand the sixth house, how the sixth house work, then you know how to move things around because it's all about adrenaline. So anytime you got an air pocket, a whole bunch of blood gonna go there to defend things because you got the testosterone and estrogen, the male and female. So the warrior ones go there to defend stuff. Now you might feel it as pain. They look at it as protecting the atmosphere or something like that, being a government or something like that. So you can stop everything just being the god and using the body yourself to create the atmosphere because that's how I'm making new atmospheres too. So all you gotta do is man, don't let no water flow itself. You know, you the God. You supposed to automatically know how to meditate, go to that place, and know exactly what form and chakra and the organ and the physical form and condensed on, and go straight to that nerve and puncture it, and then it has to separate like waters and seas and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That you'll do that numerous of times until it get fulfilled with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I never heard of that. I said truck. I said truck, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, we got Moon square Mercury too. So with the Moon get ready to square Mercury, right? This gonna be initiating some type of conversation. Hold on, where was that? I don't want to go too far into that. Okay, yeah, the Moon. So we're gonna be reacting, responding to some form of love, appreciation, value. All right, there we go. Ooh, there you go. I missed it the first couple of times. I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? I got it that time though. I got it. All right, now we good. We good to go. We good to go. We good to go. All right, so like I said, right? So pardon me. So with the Moon being in Libra, we're going to be reacting, responding to relationships, but we're going to want to be in a relationship with the archetype Sagittarius. What it look like? So if you by yourself right now, you're going to be in some form of relationship with spirituality, or relationship with some form of expansion, or relationship with some form of need and meaning and reasoning before you participate with anything. So you're going to be in some type of relationship with learning knowledge or learning how to expand something in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of times, this could play out as a recipe to hermit mode also. So you want to be careful that you don't play out. Now, a lot of times individuals be kind of neat in this form of hermit because if you don't be knowing why you making a lot of mistakes, sometimes it take a sit back or a chill or, you know, an auditorium worth of seats being a spirit. that can fulfill like your whole auditorium worth of seats. You know what I'm saying? On the side of the cafeteria where, you know, certain people who got to stay in one classroom for like 6 periods of the day and stuff like that got to leave for the you know, one of them bus rides that the bus don't extend as long as the other buses that be in the front of the school and stuff. Since there'll be like all kind of stuff. You might sit next to somebody who got like a helmet on or something like, oh, what's that? Then you might sit in front of somebody who goddamn you got to help them down the ramp because they got the wheelchairs. You know what I'm saying? You sit next to somebody with kneecaps on. Oh, so yeah, PK, what's going on right now and stuff like that, because you know life is a school. You know what I'm saying? Earth is like a school test and stuff like that. So you gotta know, like, sometimes your spirit is big enough to take like an auditorium worth of seats just on the side of going towards the cafeteria, not towards the office and the front door and stuff. The side door and stuff. And once you understand that, you know what I'm saying, you'll be in a better perspective and stuff like that in your life and be able to make better decisions when it comes to your relationships. Because right now, it needs to be ringed around the rosy around Sagittarius like energy. So if it ain't got nothing to do with no spirituality, no meaning and reasoning, no wise, no knowledge or nothing like that, you don't need to be relating to it right now. Now, a lot of y'all might got issues with that if you the sun, moon, or ascendant in Capricorn, Aries, or yeah, Capricorn Aries might got a little bit of the one too, due to the fact of it being a trine, a 120-degree angle to Sagittarius, but due to the fact of it still being cardinal, that cardinal energy gets in the way of the mutable energy that's needed for the fire for it to be more, for it to be sane or relatable. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, when we start to talk about the cardinal energies, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries, you guys may have a hard time reacting, responding, and expressing yourself through the lens of the actions of Sagittarius in a sufficient manner. You know what I'm saying? Now Aries might be a little ahead of the race, faster than Libras. Yeah, I mean faster than Capricorns, Libras, or goddamn it, Capricorn. And due to the fact of the moon being in Libra and things of that nature, y'all Libra is going to be the example of what to do and what not to do. So if you are already a lower octave Libra, not only is you not going to have the example, not only is you not going to be able to listen to what I'm saying, you still going to be expressing situations of having to be yourself. And then your experience is going to let you know based upon the reactions and responses of you the lower octave Libra or the higher octave Libra. You know what I'm saying? So you're used as a card like in tarot right now to be the food card for us to develop wisdom on, or for us to sit back and look at like, okay, this is the individual, the actions that we need to take if you're making the right decisions and stuff like that based upon the outcome of your situations. So Libras, y'all put in the front row of the class or whatever going on if we having a lecture in the auditorium room. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you take up about a good half of the size of the seats and stuff like that. With your spirit. Just make sure that part. Uh-huh. Just make sure that part. We'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Take up all the seats, especially when we at when we get to job fair that they set up in the gym and stuff, all that stuff. Like, make sure you take up all the seats and stuff like that. So, because we need y'all for fairness and balance, not flunkness and unbalance and unfairness. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the smack monkey moon getting ready to go on y'all sign. So you know, anytime the energies, you know, Uriel be playing out the energies too. Don't even take too deep with Uriel be talking about a lot of times, because I ain't me. I'm just being a vessel for God. So y'all might got astrologers down here, but Uriel is astrology. Is my mental blocked. So I don't know how to do nothing else but do things for God. So I act out the energies too without even trying. It ain't like I'm sitting back like, oh, today's the energies. Let me act this out. Sometimes I gotta sit back and figure out why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then I figure out it might got something to do with astrology or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here to play a role, and I'm here for humanity. You know what I'm saying? Ah. So I might need to play that role in somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? I might need to create a circumstance, however that case may be. But I just play the role for God. I don't play around and nothing else. Uh-huh. I'm good. Hold on, y'all. Let me focus. Let me get this real quick. All right, now, you know what I'm saying? Real, yeah, that gotta go ASAP. You know what I'm saying? ASAP. Oh, I'm saying real, the old Mercury in face, buttercream gas liquid cloud is messing around too much, and it's coming around Mercury retrograde. Oh, Mercury retrograde energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, but Mercury is in Capricorn right now, so if you want to plant good seeds before Mercury fully go retrograde and things of that nature, then you want to make sure that you're thinking or sharing ideas or communicating about things of being useful or using others or stability, security, support, or building something in some way. And if your mind ain't on that, then you're wasting time. If your mind on any other kind of energy, your mind on some type of other element, also if your mind on some type of fire energy, if your mind on some type of water energy, if your mind on some type of goddamn it air energy, and especially if that's your Mercury or your sun or your moon or your ascendant, you already might be flunked out a little bit. And it might be a little harder for you to utilize the energy of Earth and stuff like that when it comes to your way of thinking. And you might even, depending on how comfortable you are in your chart already, you might be in a situation where you might not feel comfortable doing type of Capricorn type stuff, not even knowing that the thing that you're expressing or experiencing in your life via people, placing and things, not even knowing that it got something to do with the alignment of the sky. It might have everything to do with it. It might got everything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. And then you might be in a situation where you might be like, oh, this don't feel comfortable. Because with Capricorn, it deals discipline, Saturn, restriction. So in your mind, you're already comfortable, especially if you got fire, air, or water there. You might be comfortable in a thought pattern, and it might be the energies that in the sky that manifest a scenario amongst other people around you that needs that characteristic expressed. And it might be something you have to restrict from a person, place, or thing that you already have built normality around, with even if you're aligned about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times y'all may have agreed to take somebody to work that y'all don't necessarily feel comfortable throughout a day or a week, a specific day or a week. And that might be this week right now. And Saturn or Capricorn itself with Mercury here um, might be wanting you to restrict yourself from that. And you are in your mind, you might not be knowing it has anything to do with the transit of Mercury being in Capricorn. So you might not be thinking, oh, I got to use my throat chakra to actually tell this person no. You might already be comfortable with saying, oh, I care about this person's emotions, so let me come up with another thought. Mercury and water. You might be thinking, oh, I'm into something else right now with my feelings, so let me just go ahead and try to sweep it up under the rug. Fire, Mercury. Or you might try to be like, let me just come up with a blatant lie. Mercury and Aries. I mean Mercury and air. Was I saying Aries the whole time? So I mean Mercury and fire. If you just try to sweep it up under the rug because you might not feel like it. Um, Mercury and water. You might care about this person's emotions, so you might try to create a persuasion where this person don't feel like you lying, but at the same time, you make up something that you can't do it. Like you might try to act more stressful than this person, so this person won't act, and you didn't have to lie. Also, you know what I'm saying? You just let your problem that you made up cloud their judgment to not even act you and act somebody else. And then when you hang up the phone, you probably be like, "Yeah, witchcraft accomplished." If it's the air sign, you might just blatantly make up a lie. You know what I'm saying? If you're the Mercury, well, I keep saying Aries, Mercury and air. If you're the Mercury and air, you might just straight up make up a lie. Where Mercury and Earth, I'll be a little bit more practical. It makes sense, and they're probably doing things in their life that even if they come across as harsh, especially during this time, it'll be respected. A person to give grace to that person a little bit, because the person is not coming out of no other ill intent or malice, aka no fire energy, no water energy, or no air energy. So the earth signs would be an example of who to look towards when it comes to expressing our thoughts in our throat chakra right now also, because there's certain qualities that they have that we might need to add to our qualities as forms of discipline that we don't be in, that cause us to be in distractions in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? For an example, Mercury and fire just sweep something up under the rug if they don't feel like taking you to work or something like that, even if they agreed to it. Then you might get cussed out if you try to ask why or something like that a week later or something like that. God damn it, we were supposed to. Fire signs don't be want you to be mind readers. Fire signs be thinking you're supposed to read our actions. That was supposed to be clear to see. We didn't feel like taking you to work. You know what I'm saying? Now, why you bothering me about that? You mean to tell me I got to tell you that now? You trying to get short or you trying to power up? Well, I'm going to cuss your ass out to make sure that you realize next time if you don't want to get cussed out, you read the actions. That's the fire sign. So it ain't even fire sign being phony. The fire sign ain't even got time to lie. Just don't feel like it. I'm saying? Then the air sign, they just blatantly lie. Then a water sign create a delusion to make you feel like they going through something you going through 20 times X plus. So you supposed to come up in your own mind and be a mind reader, H2O, about the feelings of your own self to just not even act this week or something. Like, I said that's how the water Mercury will do it. I'm saying, like, I peeped all this in real life. I peeped all this my whole life in eons and stuff and knowing astrology. The Mercury and air, you'll call them next week. They'll make them another lie. They'll keep a lie going. They good at it too. They good at it too. Oh, man. Ooh. Yeah, they good at it too. So I ain't gonna front. Ooh, yeah, hold on, y'all. God damn, I don't get it. Yeah. Ooh, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Oh man, I hate to do it. But goddamn it, that man, poking and talking at the same time and working. Mm-hmm. That ain't working. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. Lord Jesus Christ, I hate to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather say Lord Jesus Christ about that than Lord Jesus Christ about pain or something like that. It ain't about, Lord Jesus Christ ain't got nothing to do with that. Nobody told no smack monkey person to come down here with no organ or nothing like that. And no gum line. And, you know what I'm saying? Real stuff. No cranium cracking, no shoulder blade. Nobody just, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather not say Jesus about none of that. You know what I'm saying? God and Holy Christ about none of that. You know what I'm saying? But if it got something about having to use the physical world for stuff like that's when I, Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, stop. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Man, all I had to do was do that the first time. Oh, I had it the wrong way. I ain't even had to do that then. Dang, I ain't even had to do that. I had it. I knew it was something wrong. See, I was kind of distracted because I'm in the middle of live. So I was distracted of how I did it. So I'm like, why it ain't working? I had it the whole wrong way. Man, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. So I didn't even have to do that. Dang. Now, see, I'm fine. It always happened like that. It always happened like that. You remember when you walk in a certain area that you walked through before, and sometimes it play out subconsciously. So my body was already trained in how I used it before when I figured it out. And then, but it took me to go in a routine of me going in that one space again to be like, nah, I don't need no Tylenol. It took all that for me to, and then I actually took it too fast. Oh man, Lord Jesus Christ, spirituality is deep, y'all. Spirituality is deep. Spirituality is deep. Lord, I mean, I'm starting to think I'll be having mental illnesses and stuff like that until like when I start to break it down, it really be like life changing and life breaking. I'm like, oh, okay, this ain't a mental illness. This is the mechanisms of the universe. Oh, okay, so the universe is dumb. So I didn't got to a point where I just start thinking like, man, I can't take offense to nothing. The whole universe is dumb. Even the men that run the world and stuff like that, men and women that run the world. It's like sometimes a lot of this ain't even their fault. It's just the world, the whole mechanism of the universe, dumb. Like we in a dumb world. Like literally, this world is dumb. Like I don't know how to explain that as Archangel, but I mean that in the most literal sense. It's not even about y'all people or nothing like that. It's like the form, the stimuli itself that this world is made out of is called dumb. Like beyond, look at it like if we made a form, and you know how we got a sword and we call it a sharp sword or a dull sword. Compare the dull sword, and replace that word dull with dumb. So this whole mechanism is like a dumb form. Like this is a dumb world. Like the spirits that be floating around that y'all think got more power than y'all's dumb. The ones that's in human bodies, dumb. It's like dumb. The ones that's in atmospheres, dumb. Like everything dumb. It ain't really no answers y'all would get for y'all questions here. Except thank God I'm here. Other than that, y'all would have never got none of y'all answers, none of y'all questions answered about nothing here. Not the universe, nothing. It's all dumb. You like a spirit that just like, damn, this is dumb. Like literally, watch y'all gonna reach that point eventually. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Right now in your mind, it's still like, which is still kind of true. But it's a small percentage level of it. And y'all mind is still like the encyclopedia of dumb and what the Greeks taught us dumb and stuff like that. But it's beyond that. I'm telling you, it's beyond that. For an example, right? It could be like spirits floating around that just became aware and y'all sharing certain characteristics. So you was in a certain nature. As a spirit, you was in a certain space, creating a certain form of nature, mentality, and started expressing body sigils. So now that's a form, because you're moving and stuff, of an awareness that another spirit could become aware in. A space could become aware in that form. That's less dense, right? And a lot of times, y'all could be having like a whole bunch of spirits around y'all that y'all start to act in ways that it's like y'all think it know more than you or something like that. And then you act around it in ways like you don't know. And then it's almost like it's just like it be playing out as dumb circumstances and situations. It's dumb because even with y'all be calling y'all God of the world and stuff like that, it's like dumb. It's just all dumb. Huh. So you'll be having spirits in certain forms around you that's just in name the spirit, it's his mind. So it just be doing things, not even being aware of you, but it's attached to you because y'all in the same fart cloud. And these are the same forms that bend in and become our organs and our circumstances, the people we attract and circumstances. So depending on your mind frame, you might have got put into a mind space based upon an experience what somebody did to you or something like that you didn't got a thought from a different space you don't normally be in. Went back into your own spiritual space, and every time you're trying to do something that cater to your positive space, here come these spirits in these forms creating something like a blockage. Like now in their mind, they just around you. They're not looking at you like, oh, because they're in another stimuli. The most highest they're going will just lead us to being born. Like if you fucking enough, they could be born through a child, or they could just continuously be circumstances and situations that you and others in that same characteristics keep creating until that spirit could get trapped in one of the spirits or you that stay invested into that thought and feeling that'll make you horny so much you attract another partner that's in that same character, common interest, make y'all have sex. And then that spirit could get trapped in that form when y'all make that organ. When the sperm reaches the egg and it makes the organs, then the spirit got a body to take care now, based upon an organ being made out of a characteristic that it got trapped in the spiritual world when it became aware for the first time. So a lot of times you could not be even in a certain space, all the way into a horny space. So you got all these different forms with other spirits becoming aware in them, Then let's say you get out of those spaces because you ain't really in them spaces all the time. You go back to your space. Whatever you're doing in your space don't got nothing to do with those spirits and where you got them spirits from when you created a form in those spaces. So now they got a form to be in, and now every time you're doing something opposite to your creations, they actually like nag you. Now, in the third dimension, it play out like something always blocking you. Like it'll play out like every time you get ready to do something that you like to do or you gotta do, is always some blockages. Like everything be calm, quiet, and everything. Soon as you develop the mental arouseness, that vibration frequency in the room arouse or in the area wherever you at, arouse all the disturbed spirits. Now disturbed spirits are spirits who need a mental crust, so they mind is even they spirit in the sucking place, and some other spirit using their higher chakra minds and they only using their lower chakra minds to get material in the world or something like that. Or they're distracted because they don't know themselves, so they can't stand being alone. So these would be people no matter where you at. You could be at Walmart. Let's say you at Walmart and something on your mind or something like that, that it takes peace, or when you alone it play out better. It Here comes somebody who ain't even got to come in that cashier next to you. It's like all 50,000 cashiers open and stuff. Goddamn, it's probably like 5 people in Walmart that day. They come right to the next one you at and stuff like that. Disturb your brain. Now you disturbed from actually doing something from God mentally or action wise, or just having peace, because that's what God wants people to have. Because this disturbed spirit, and this disturbed spirit don't know they doing that because they subconscious brain is already on the routine of not being alone. I mean, always scared of being alone, or always need some form of other person validation, so they can't keep their phone down in some way. So it play out even when they're so at a store alone. So they're where they spirit at, they create the mind, and the mind bend in and become their body expressions. So in their mind, they don't even know why they came to the cashier next to you. But subconsciously, it's more natural for them to go towards other individuals and closer energy to something else, especially another object or a person, than to go to making that subjective, subconscious decision of separation and going in a space of their own, even if it means driving in a parking lot and going in a parking lane where it ain't no car right on both sides of you, where other cars don't care. They like to squeeze in and stuff like that, and they mind, they be like, I'm testing my driving skills today. Like they just so lost in the world. Like that's a disturbed spirit. It's like I can't really explain what I'm saying. You have to just experience it. Now, these same things bend in and become your organs too. So let's say you get so invested into being in a space based upon your environment or something like that, force you to be in it, or else you probably won't even be in no type of survival mode. You'll probably be open to get taken advantage of and stuff like that. So sometimes you get forced to be in certain spaces to develop certain characters that ain't naturally you, that bend in and become your blood cells and your organs. So I'm from the hood. If I was from the suburbs or something like that, I really look sweet. But by me being from the hood, it's a certain space I'm in that have to play out certain characters that, even if it's the natural spiritual space I like to be in or not, that character mental form has to be used for survival. Now, once I'm in it so long, so many years, it bend in on itself and become the blood flow and the organs. So a lot of times I could be in a suburb or something like that and have a permanent mug on my face, even if spiritually I'm in a happy space. And then that's when you have an aura, because you don't have no healthy release system via people, places, and things. So when you are in areas amongst groups of spirits that's not from your background, your shared space, they may get the wrong idea, and then they force your spiritual back against the wall, because they may make prejudgments of what aura is around you, because all of our spiritual palate senses is tingling. We all see what's in us that the others don't see, based upon us having subjectivity. And then if they're negative, they may come up what they think they see based upon their own negative mind and cast stones on you to make it seem like you're negative. And then that's when your spiritual back get put against the wall, some eighth house energy, and then you got to express your spirit out of that form. Like, no, I'm not this character that you think I'm wearing, as a mentality that bend in and became my permanent facial features and body language and stuff like that. And you have to express some energy that might make you feel uncomfortable, but it's your only way of bringing yourself to be modest, not humble. So this person can relate to you and ease their calming down based upon their lack of understanding. That's how God can use you as a vessel for those energies too. Because a lot of people be scared of those walks of life and just thinking something wrong with them if they don't know how to deal with all people. So they might experience a bunch of rejections first and then go on in life and think that these situations that they go through is something you need to run from. And you think you are intelligent by protecting yourself from these vulnerabilities, where really that protection is a false sense of ego that allows you to be in a situation where you're living for the external world. And wherever you go, there you are. So it don't matter what type of different pattern person you interact, that same character, and then that same character is you bring that amongst different people that probably can help you and stuff like that. Like it get deep in the spiritual world. Like it get deep. Ooh, I feel good on break. Ooh, and my stuff don't hurt no. Let me not talk it up. Let me not talk it up. Going right back in though. You know what I'm saying? Going right back in. Then tomorrow, getting all the IGs together and stuff like that, the Facebooks, the tickety talks. I'm saying real stuff and all my people. Hopefully y'all hold me down. I think I see one post. Hey, I got to like it because I seen the first couple minutes. I'm like, oh stuff. So I really be able to really look too. But other than that, yay, we got Moon in conjunct Moon sextile in Mars and Sagittarius and things of that nature. So for the most part, we're going to be reacting and responding to some form of love, appreciation, value, relatability, or compromising, but having things on our mind when it comes to passion. So the passion going to be behind some spiritual stuff, or to travel internally or externally, or to have some purpose or meaning or reasoning. So this is going to go for everything. Our business, our status, what we want to present, even if we're online, our relationships. We're not even going to want no relationship right now if it ain't no meaning or purpose or no spiritual nature behind it. So a lot of times, well, right now, this might be the extension of crash out season, especially when it comes to this particular time right now and people who are married or people who have been in relationships. Because if you wake up right now, and if you the female and you look at your male partner like he's not spiritual, or if you the male and you look at your spiritual partner like she don't even have what they call it, virtuous. We're not talking about virgin or nothing like that. Everybody, we talk about that's talking about spiritual for the female. You might start considering getting a divorce right now. Thank you so much for the donation, Lady Satan. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Number 9 individual. You might start feeling like it's no purpose, because Sagittarius always need a meaning and purpose behind something. If it ain't no meaning or purpose, Sagittarius is gonna start looking at anything like it's a cage, and that's for all of us right now because the sun there. So that goes for all things. Family, friends, associates. If it don't look like something that make you feel free, you will create all kind of situations. The most lowest octave is blaming it on God. Y'all know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it can be healthy if you're doing it the right way. But you'll create anything to get out of that situation. It could be your mama. It don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how the Sagittarius energy play out, because it's about expansion. So, and then that's what it got a lot in common with Pisces too. Is this Pisces is escapism, but it's both of those X energies, trying to X yourself out of something. Expansion, escapism, they both look the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just one play out externally, expansion, one play out internally. You know what I'm saying? And that's exaggeration, that X one. Escapism. But if you don't know how to read between the lines, sometimes they both look the same. You know what I'm saying? So escapism, here's the difference. It's more feminine. It's water. So escapism, sometimes you can use something in the situation you in to escape without necessarily escaping the situation. You're using an object to escape it. Whether it's drugs, the replacing where this person is abusing you at, where you think they're good at. And then even if they're abusing you, especially physically abusing you, like Ike and Tina Turner, depending on your escapism mechanism, you might try to blame the good that they do for you like it's way higher on the percentage level of the bad, knowing damn well you wear more sunglasses when you go to your family reunion than those days of y'all going on vacation and stuff like that. You know, it's way more percentage level of negative. So that'll be forms of escapism. Now, but in the Sagittarius Jupiterian way, it play out as getting out of a cage. So that'll be the other one, expansion. So that'll just totally leave. without no explanation too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no time to create something in the situation I can escape in while still being in the delusion. Everybody outside of me still seeing me in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially with for your females, they still see Tina Turner. Like, just because you wearing sunglasses don't mean you ain't still with Ike Turner. We still see him drop you off in a limo over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's the escapism. The Sagittarius is expansion. That'll be it's a thin line between love and hate version. You know what I'm saying? Homie that's totally not in the whip no more. You know what I'm saying? It's totally not in the limo no more. She got to go find him. Keyword find. She got to go travel. You know what I'm saying? She got to travel to go find him. He was some other chick that she a military baby. Travel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of traveling going on. Why y'all go sit y'all asses down? They almost flew out the building. All puns intended. All puns intended. Goddamn. I think I want to watch that movie after I do read this. Oh, so I want to do some Netflix and chill stuff before Christmas. I'll use the restroom real quick, y'all. And yeah, stuff. But Gabe, man, that like every time I see a movie or whatever like that, like sometimes they be having to tell me to shut up because I make a whole movie out of the first 5 minutes of a movie. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody really enjoyed the movie, they probably tell me to shut up too, though, because I be seeing all the kind of once you understand templates though. Before we even get through the whole movie, I have a script. I'd be like, hey, let's make a skit, let's make a movie. I said real stuff, like, or I just tell me to shut up after the movie. Yeah, I'm saying real stuff. Because I start seeing the templates and stuff. Once you understand the templates and the Greek romance mythology and stuff like that, it don't matter what you watching, an action movie or whatever like that. Like I start saying, okay, they got this person playing this planet. Okay, they got this person playing this sign. Oh, okay, I see what I'm saying, but it'd be interesting though. Like that's how I like to watch movies and stuff. Sometimes like that's how I like to watch movies when I got time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had time in years to watch movies. They got to be like the specific day, specific week. You know what I'm saying? We're just like, all right, I'm about to actually give God energy that God gave me away to some Mason or something like that. Like I start thinking like that too. Oh, I said I game bang on everything. Like, bro, I just game bang on everything. Bro. I start seeing signs in the movie and stuff like that. I'm like, why the director put this here and stuff like that? Why? I said, what was the director thinking about when he put that script there, or wish he put that energy there, or put the stop sign there, or something like that? Oh, so I start thinking like that and stuff like that. Real interesting, dog. Look, I swear, by the time we done whatever movie we watch, I bet you God gave us $1 million idea. I bet you we'll be happy to wake up tomorrow. I said real stuff. It'll be some new thing that tomorrow, new inspiration. It's always every day is Christmas. Every day is a new idea and ability that because God gives the presence of presence. I said God gives the presence. I'll never have writer's block, mental block, heart chakra block, throat. I'll never have nothing blocked. It's like I don't even know how. You know what I'm saying? The moment something come that how y'all be in y'all mentality thinking like, oh, I got a drought, I can't think. The moment that come, that's a thought to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a feeling to me. I don't even know how to stop transmuting. I don't know how to stop transmuting. That's why I ain't never had a song, even getting into the music allegory. That's why I ain't never had a song about having writer's block. Because I swear, any day I get writer's block, that'd be the song. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the song that day. Like, so it's like, so it ain't even worth making a song about that. Like, I got too many other ideas. Anytime I even run into writer's block, that's how I just. It's like I never saw. It's like it's weird. It's like it's weird. It ain't, but it ain't weird. It only became weird when I start like looking at humanity and start thinking, looking at y'all struggle so much in y'all mind. It's like, what's wrong with y'all humans? Like real stuff. Like I don't know. Like God always supposed to give y'all abilities that you just know how to transmute down here. It don't matter what shift we go through, what phase we go through. Like I like so I'm starting to chalk it up. Like okay, it must be just a human thing. That the ones that the people that got lost in the indoctrination for the other people that could get the bread loaves. It must be that type of thing. Now I said real stuff. Cause I sure can't figure out nothing else. But it like the percentage level too high. Like the part of the world that don't know about it. Like you supposed these things supposed to know like that at the age of 3 years old. Like for real. Like so it just made me think like, dang, this is messed up. It's like a whole bunch of people learning from a whole bunch of other people that's just learning along the way. And the only thing they really learned along the way was like mental force. I said like mental mathematics and gymnastics and witchcraft. Like so it's like they really didn't learn nothing. They just learned how to have a way. It ain't really no cure exist. It ain't proper idea how to see the universe exist. So really y'all ain't learned shit. Y'all ain't learned nothing until I'm here. Thank God for your ear. Yeah, y'all like really ain't learned shit, like for real though. Like damn, like this is like been like good couple 90,000 years and stuff like that. Y'all just being buttercream park clouds learning along the way. That is learning along the way type energy. No kind of retardation is this. God ain't never put nobody here for that. This must some other spirit put y'all here. Whatever the ones the Jews be talking about. That must spirit must have been the one that put y'all down here because that one dumb. This like dumb, like for real. Like I be thinking about life sometimes. Like, what's going on? Like this is dumb. This little stimuli dumb. Like it's a whole bunch of different stimuli, mental forms to make organs in its existence we all in. So don't think this human just the only one, or it will be no such thing as somebody being aware or wise in another area to say another area or some other spirit is dumb. Just like y'all, a lot of y'all knew what 8 plus 8 was before somebody else. So there's a such thing in existence as a spirit reaching another space that another spirit didn't reach and developing technology there, a mental form and a characteristic so we can even have an existence of comparing and contrasting that something knows something that something don't. And you ain't the only thing here. You can even see the things that's lesser than you in its existence that created from other stimuli as spiritual root races. Animals, squirrels, y'all just so narcissistic, y'all see them so much, that's the ones y'all normalized. But what make you think it stopped there? That's it. You wouldn't even know half of the animals if the Masons and Jews ain't find them. So what make you think it stopped there? You know what I'm saying? You got a mind. That'll let you know things is beyond. Like, y'all be too limited going off other people who try not to be limited, but they're still retarded and limited. So they're just like a little bit more expanded to you. So it's like the blind leading the blind type stuff. Well, that's how angels see it. That's how me and God see it. And it's proof in the pudding, or you wouldn't have me sounding the way I sound. And with the knowledge and stuff. So at the same time, that it just takes us in a circumstance where you got to like understand, okay, there's other stuff going on. I'm either going to take something serious or I ain't, because it ain't no, oh, it could be this or it can be that, or, oh, I wanted to be this when I'm into this type of discussion or I'm around this type of family event or friend circle at work. But then when I'm here watching a football game, I wanted to be this though. Nah, it is what it is or it ain't what it ain't. Like the simplest allegory I can make about this is how you, like, I respect people who use stuff for the sake of them, so they're not using it as a stone. So they're just using it to help them. But when they use it to cast it as a stone, that's what to make it demonic. So this is the clearest example right here. How a Christian can celebrate holidays, and then in the Bible it clearly say don't, and then in the very next breath you're making an excuse on some other reason. That the other reason is what makes you a demon. The other reason is something that cater to your desire. I don't care if, oh, I just like family. I just like doing. It's all got something to do with the shadow government. Y'all got y'all coming together or something like that. That's it. That's you going to hell. Ain't no. You want your own world. Then you go down any line of reasoning. That's what God showed me. I don't care. I don't care. So I know how to take it out my mind and know I'm around reprobates and still act normal in the world. Like I don't game. I'm Uriel. I'm the best shapeshifter. Believe me, your mama will love me. The way y'all hear me talk, I'm Uriel. I'm wise. I'm wise beyond my years. I've been here for eons. I know a certain space of spirit in, especially when it comes to people grandmothers. I got the perfect template, the perfect character to still be Uriel in their form to make them whatever form they in, whether it's Christianity or whatever like that. They look at that better. Like you should have said, they actually look at whatever they offspring, especially if you're a female, if you they child or grandchild, they'll look at you like, yo, you better stay with him. Saying now online, I'm just myself, free. So if you my age range or younger or older, but we in that same shift range, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm your next door spiritual friend. Like we supposed to be free, or that's how we connect. But don't go in your own mind thinking that, oh, but if Uriel was here, Uriel was that. No, trust me. For an example, you might think I'm all aggressive how I'm talking right now, right? I'm a man though. That's intellect. So you might put yourself in a scenario with me, like if you think we was around some cops at the moment, and you might think the way I talk right now, you might think Uriel, oh, this cat will tell the cop this, tell the cop that. I will, just not the way you thinking about it. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing. I know the truest witchcraft in the world. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things take looking naive. Sometimes things take looking gullible. Sometimes things take looking like a fool. I like to make this example. I'm from the hood. I know a whole lot of thieves. Since I know how to deal with all people, I'm not scared of people. I'm around them long enough and I control them enough to be able to sit back and know their actions and their desires. Everything play out as a mechanism. One thing I figured out about thieves is there's a mechanism of compassion you can play out where you get grace. If you a thief with no remorse, you get the maximum penalty. If you a thief, but then you start to express some type of remorse of why you're doing it, and let's say if it's extreme beta male if you're a male, or extreme feminine energy if you're a female, aka the reasoning is based on something you lacked. And there's a trick to this too. It can't be something that you lacked that don't have nothing to do with society. If you're in front of the judge or something like that and you was robbing and stealing and you got caught as a thief and you expressing what you lack within society, the judge is already in some type of indoctrination to give you grace. If you claiming what you lack, but it got something to do with a failure of a relationship, your circumstance you in that you're not trying to change, like you're actually just blaming the circumstance itself, you're going to get the maximum penalty. So if you got the gift for gab, sometimes by default, you're automatically subconsciously in this energy that anytime you get caught by police or a judge, the first thing that run out of your mouth is when the age you was 3 years old, how you had to go to church and you wish you didn't have to go to church because y'all ain't had no box of cereal on top of the refrigerator. At the age of 6 years old, you just went through this many things and stuff like that. And then for the most part, because all you was trying to do was get a job at this job and the job fired you and stuff like that. Like soon as you start throwing in like society stuff and your background, you'll get grace. Soon as you start running down, and if you ain't saying nothing at all, that's no remorse. That means that you don't feel what you feel, you'll do it again. They ain't gonna give you no grace. Or if you start running a whole bunch of stuff, if you start running down a whole bunch of stuff after you get caught, but if it ain't got nothing to do with society, you start running down like, oh, my baby mom did this, or oh, my husband did this, oh, I'm just kind of mentally ill, or you trying to act like you was high, or you try to act like you got a mental illness, or something that ain't got nothing to do with society, and you can ask something, you're going to get the maximum percent, because they know that you lying with no compassion, and if they was to put you in the same position, you would do it again. Even though they know that the other person would do it again, but based upon the amount of remorse that they're expressing, that take effort. That's how sometimes they give people grace, because they know it's a character. Anytime they're in any situation, they're still in that same character. So they will probably consider this person, especially let's say a person juvenile or something like that. They had this person go to like a one of them schools or something like that. What they call that for bad kids or something, other than giving them juvie life or something like that, right? Based upon the remorse that they express, other than the other kid that they probably give juvie life or something like that. So they'd make the other kid go to like boarding school or alternative school or camping school or something like that, which is still like, it's like a kid version of the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? Basically, get ready to be on probation or something like that. And they know that you will build remorse out of that. So if they got you learning a curriculum or they got you doing certain things at that camp and stuff like that that keep your mind busy away from you being back in the hood, being not raised right by your parents and stuff like that, they know you'll build remorse off that. So they know that you got possibilities of being on a track based upon your character if they just put you in a better position than another one that ain't showing no remorse or talking about a whole bunch of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with society. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind too. My bad. I don't mean to be teaching no thieves or nothing about nothing. Cause I ain't never had to be no thief. You know, I ain't never had to be nothing. But I just see all these people and how they always need me and stuff like that, and they aunties and stuff call me and try to blame it on me that they in jail. How is it my fault they in jail? I don't fuck with home. I don't fuck with your nephew no more. I said real still, smack monkey nephew. I said real stuff. You must ain't get the message or the memo or something like that. I ain't been dealing with your nephew for goddamn it 6 months or something like that. That old rubber bait. You know what I'm saying? You think I still want to almost have possibilities of going to jail and being broke in my personal life? Nah, that's your nephew and y'all family functions and stuff like that. Yo, smack monkey, put that Hennessy down. Put that Seacrest Gin down. Put that Cisco down. Put that Steel Reserve down. I said real stuff. I said the whole auntie think I'm still her nephew's friend and stuff like that because every time I see her on her own, I treat her the same. You know what I'm saying? So I might throw her a couple dollars or something like that. So in her mind, she think I'm still chilling with say her nephew or something like that. Nah, your nephew is somebody that I had to separate from because I know in my future I probably would be in jail. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be thinking, you gotta think real life. You know what I'm saying? You don't treat other people that's unwarranted energy just because they might be attached to other fart clouds and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? Every now and then you might gotta open up your throat chakra and remind those people too. Say every now and then you gotta remind fart clouds and stuff too. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, oh shit, okay, we're an hour in. I gotta get back to work. Well, like I said, we got Moon in conjunct Jupiter in Taurus. So with Moon in conjunct Jupiter, we will have this misunderstanding on what to expand on when it comes emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Because our emotions is gonna be in Libra, but it's gonna be focused on love, appreciation, value, relatability, and compromising. Because both of these depositors is Venus. So we're gonna be extremely focused on love when it comes to any time we're dealing with our heart chakra. And anytime that we're getting into the energy of wanting to expand into something, so it might be for the love of money, love of circumstances, situations, or actual relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because Venus is kind of modified on the nighttime side of Taurus. So it might be things more rooted with material or a foundation that look more suitable and things of that nature. But for the most part, these energies, especially when it comes to Uranus, we might want to express our own new unique relationships, tactics, and our relationship goals and our relationship characteristics now, and we might be in the energy of wanting to change, rebel, and oppose against old and outdated relationship circumstances that we was applying ourselves with. So even if you got exes right now, you might be looking at these people like the highest mistakes right now, where before you probably was thinking about it like, yeah, I still love them, or yeah, I still like them and stuff like that. But with the Sagittarius energy and with this moon getting ready to go in Libra, and then also with the Taurus energy, it's about to put you in a spiritual space. It's about to make you focus on your money, and it's about to make you look at just your relationships itself. So that's Sagittarius, Taurus, and Libra. And you might start looking at your exes in even more ways of why they're ex, and be like, God damn, how did they even become an ex? How did I even know this person? Like, you might start looking at yourself like, damn, I'm in such a different space in my life. I'm in such a different spiritual space and stuff. What the heck? So a lot of y'all might be in that energy right now too. What? Because Sagittarius is also extreme. So it's extreme thoughts. Like, almost, you might even feel like you're in a cage or smothered thinking about it that way. Like when you start thinking about scenarios, even being with them, like damn, I was in a cage, low key. So then you start finding the small wisdom parts in it, like, okay, Here's the positive parts though, and this the parts that we can blame for God. We can blame on God. You'll be like, okay, I'm glad that I learned that though, because if I didn't experience that, then I, you know what I'm saying, start getting those good qualities. So you still could see the person in the same light. It's just the light you used to see them in is gonna completely change though. So even if you do see the person still in a good light, that's gonna get transmuted too though. You know, you might start seeing the good purposes out of that relationship from in other ways that you thought it was good before. The ways you thought it was good before might totally start turning negative, and then you might start adding other ways that it why it was good, and then the other kind of concept you start adding to why it was good may be even more not in their favor though. Still, for you to think about going back. So it might be good for purposes of more confirmation of not going back. Oh, that's all kind of circumstances. So it's like that expansion kind of energy with Sagittarius. And then for the most part, with Mars, not Mars, the moon get ready to go in Libra, and then it in conjuncting Uranus and Jupiter being in Taurus, but it's depositor Venus, and Venus being in Scorpio right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to do a live stream on that too. So for the most part, that's what's gonna make you transform. That's what's making it transform, make you how you see love transform. So it's gonna be the focus on it based upon Mars. Moon. Why I keep saying Mars? The moon, Jupiter, and Uranus, and its depositor in Scorpio. So what you're gonna feel comfortable with right now is thinking about relationships and wanting fairness and balance. Then you're gonna be thinking about your money and your uniqueness and wanting that to be more a part of your uniqueness, and changing and rebelling and opposing against things that's outdated when it comes to those things. Uranus and Taurus, and then that's going to be the depositor of the moon and Jupiter and Uranus is Venus, and that's going to be in Scorpio. Your way of seeing it or how you're going to get it done, and that's Scorpio energy. You're going to get it done or see it as things you need to transform, take more power and control over. You know what I'm saying? And start getting more serious or more passionate about it and things of that nature. You might start building more urges, because that's a sexual energy also. It's not always dealing with organ sex, but y'all know what I mean. The joining of two energies or more to create a circumstance, business, passion, motivation, self-reevaluation, surety, emotional compatibility, or consideration in some way. All those energies that play out as eighth house behind closed doors as things that deal with communication just non-verbally. So body language, energy, vibe, and stuff like that. You know when you're around someone that don't match your vibe, and you know when you're around someone who do match your vibe and stuff like that, but that's not tangible. So you didn't have to say it. You know what I'm saying? You know when you connect with someone like this, and you know when you don't. Family, friends, and associates. So that's eighth house. That's mysticism. Being able to communicate non-verbally. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going to be going on right now. Also, when it comes into the depositor and the focuses that we're all going to be in. So you're not even going to want to jump into no relationship if it ain't got nothing to do with that. That behind closed doors, Scorpio, Venus can have something to do with spirituality, and that you could be in a relationship with or relate to or communicate and initiate, Libra and Sagittarius, and that something could be built as far as stability, security, or look like it could be a potential that y'all can make some money together, aka Uranus and Jupiter being in Taurus. And then y'all going to be used as an example to bring some new way of how to make money in this world, because that's what we all doing. Shadow government with cryptocurrency, you online, all this stuff. Thank you so much for the donation, Jesus Christ. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I'm a number 9 individual, real stuff. So, you know, that's the mission we all supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it for the longest. I've been doing it for the longest and stuff like that. Now it's just time for y'all to do it. You know what I'm saying? I done created so many different circumstances that I did rock DistroKid to sleep. So this DistroKid don't know, is my songs getting bought, or is it just getting streamed, or people just listening to it. And I appreciate everybody that do listen, but mainly of it ain't none of that. It's just mainly me playing my song in front of before my live stream, and a live stream get played because it's me teaching. I just be rocking DistroKid. I just be rocking everything to sleep. Oh, it's real stuff, and then it just made it much more better and sweet that my regular page back monetized. Because the stuff that's already up there, the album's already up there, they just could continue to go ahead and be my masters again. I don't know what they call that. Yeah, your masters. So I done made your own master system. And that what all the rappers be secretly trying to copy, they really gonna copy now. They don't know about this channel though. I ain't gonna say stuff like this. This is for y'all. I ain't gonna talk like this on my real channel. What's that? Because I make rappers and singers start looking at it like, dang, why I got all these hands in a cookie jar? Why I got to go through this person to pay through this person to go through this app just for them to put my stuff on DistroKid also? But based upon me having to pay them back for all this inflation of numbers and getting put in all this other stuff, it's almost like I ain't doing nothing. And it's just the creation of independent artists. Just a whole bunch of independent artists don't know how to actually do it. Real stuff. It's rocked them to sleep. Real stuff. It's about making things easier. So that goes for like females trying to find a man and a man trying to find a woman. A woman is already submissive, so she already have a world of dreams, something she want to do. And since it's both genders in the world built in the whole world, it's going to be something we all want to do. But the main difference is the woman had the imagination and the man built it. So this is when it comes to finding your other half or pardon me, y'all. This when it comes to like finding your other half or twin flame or soulmate, because everybody got different dreams. So as a female, when you find a man with a common interest, that's a man that can bring your dream into reality. So for an example, you might be a female that's into BBLs or into other stuff. You got men in the world that's into that also. So that'd be a man that'll be able to make that a reality for you. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. You might be a female that's into astrology, tarot cards, designing, and stuff like that. Crystals, gems, or whatever like that. You come across a man that's in that world, then that'll be a man that'll be able to bring that to reality. Now, here's where we have to compare and contrast between the difference between a man and a beta male. A beta male, a lot of times, don't even have a spiritual system or a false one, a religion that doesn't allow them to learn the concepts that men in the world was in to even make that religion. So this will be a struggling man. So anytime that witchcraft that only get y'all crumbs don't work, you get more of a complaining man than a man that's actually changing things, or this man don't even have a purpose, so he don't even have nothing to change. So the only thing he complaining about is why he's getting attacked in the world based upon him lacking knowledge and things of that nature. So based upon him not having no purpose, or him going off a false purpose based upon the shadow government making them be a robot to build their world, he only going to be able to complain and don't have nothing to change. And all his complaining is going to come from what the actual shadow government man is not giving him and what he think he deserves. So it's beta male energy. So 9 times out of 10, even if he got that fake religion or not, he's not going to be in the world you're into. So let's say even if he's into tarot or astrology, he ain't going to be in it the way you in it, because he might still got to go to his construction job. So he didn't change the world so he can do it, and you could do it easier. He have to do it on his leisure time, and then he might only do it in some way to think he pleasing you. And eventually, you're going to start thinking he a weak man, even if the society made him think this is what it takes to be a real man. You'll cheat with the bus driver after a while, because you'll start to think that, oh, what he's doing is just to please you, not actually him being into it. And when you start not caring and start acting weird, even if you ain't cheating yet, he might start talking to his mama, like, what's going on? Or talking to his friends, like, I'm doing everything for her, and she's not complying. He don't have no emotional intelligence. He don't understand that what he doing might be something she asked for, but it ain't got the emotional intelligence behind it. It's just the object. It ain't got the connection between the object. So the disconnect is he's doing it just to please you. That's the disconnect. The connect ain't he's doing it because he's into it just like you. So he know those times when you might need that, whatever the support may be. So let's say you in the music. You break your microphone, because I make music. I always like to make this example. He work his construction. He might got the money to get you a microphone, but the disconnect there. You know when you ask, he got you the microphone to please you, but you know deep down he don't give a fuck about what you get ready to do with the microphone. So when you throw the microphone like you don't give a fuck about how much it costs and you ain't even use it yet. Him and his lack of emotional intelligence will make him pull out the Quran book, go talk to his generational cursed mother or grandmother or auntie, or talk to his stupid beta male father who thinking him a man, and he may come up with the idea of thinking that you're disrespectful or you're ungrateful. In your mind, you're thinking that he is a disconnect because you know he don't care about it, so you don't even care it coming from him, and you're trying to show that. But based upon you lacking the emotional masculine energy, you don't have the verbal throat chakra usage to intellectually explain that, nor do you think you have to. So your actions play out like the other individual have to be a mind reader, even when you think that's not the case and you think a person should know because you think you was with them long enough and that should be enough. And you should know that if you was with this person long enough, they know how much you care about it. So why the connection ain't there? And if you with a man that don't understand that, y'all will divorce. It don't matter if y'all both make music or not. Thank you so much for the donation, Beat. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. It don't matter if y'all into the same stuff or not. It's this disconnect. Now, when he go start talking to people, they gonna think it's gonna be coming from his perspective, and he gonna be like, "I'm doing everything for her," but he not gonna have enough emotional intelligence to understand the disconnect. So everybody else is hearing it from his perspective that's on his side of the family or friends. So they're gonna be looking at you a silly way if you a female, and vice versa. But here's the thing, here's the difference between man and female energy. You yourself don't really got a friend as a female, even if you got best friends. And other females or men in your life that when it comes to a female, it's certain energies y'all would never express because y'all still trying to think about it and stuff like that. So the things that you know, you still don't even really got the right words to even tell your best friend. And based upon your friend goofiness, this would allow her to be your friend because she might can slightly understand and don't, and it's someone that you can still release your energy around. But at some point, deep down as a female, you know whatever you saying ain't really what it is either, and your friend will never understand if you was to really tell her exactly what it is too, because you just know you're female. And here's why you feel comfortable even having a best friend too, because as you being around a female, you know she the same with you. So y'all can lie and be secret enemies with each other too at times and play secret competitions. That's why a lot of times y'all females gotta be careful of that too. A lot of y'all females, y'all know that too. But is this y'all more social and all of us more than singling from the all and trying to create a social world before being social in it? That's like what the men do. So a lot of times y'all know how to fake the funk, but sometimes y'all go too far with it where you just befriended your enemy. And then both of y'all and don't have a common business goal or don't have a common man interest because y'all be sitting there telling both of each other y'all plans, knowing damn well as soon as y'all hang up the phone with each other, y'all think that for some reason the other person ain't just know your plan or what. Like y'all kind of know that. Y'all be like, oh, let me see what this bitch do or something like that. Let me see how far she go with it or whatever like that and things like that. It's like, I don't know. It's like I think y'all like some competition, whether it's at work, with y'all jobs, with y'all love interests or something like that. Y'all think y'all know. Y'all blame that on men. But man, nah, throughout my life and what I seen even through drunk ass aunties energies and stuff and me living in the hood, no, women are way more competitive than men. Way more. You know what I'm saying? What is this more like smart, manipulating, secrety, up under the rug type stuff? And y'all be really in the mentality of let the best man win. It's just you got to replace it with the woman energy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like when it come to men, we be up front with it. We start posting or compete with each other up front. We let us be known that, oh, especially if you a better male going to the club, y'all let each other know like, oh, I'm gonna get the most numbers. You know what I said before anything. Y'all females, y'all like it's something else. Y'all lie, but it's the same thing. So inside is to let the best man win, but outside it's all we women, we best friends and stuff like that. So y'all be like, oh, y'all just let's make sure we don't get no man number and stuff, and we just all hot girl summer and stuff like that. Then but it really in all y'all minds, y'all be like, yeah, but I bet you I'll be the first one. Yeah, it's like it's y'all the narcs a little bit too. Y'all say real stuff, but sometimes y'all be meeting y'all own demise. Y'all meet y'all own because y'all sit there and be friends. You know an enemy, especially if y'all got like a common goal. Y'all both work at Taco Bell, or y'all both got a love interest or something like that. Y'all sit there and befriend each other and talk about both y'all love interests, and both y'all be talking like one of y'all don't like the person. You know what I'm saying? And then just, but y'all be thinking y'all having a but y'all be doing witchcraft on each other. So it takes one to be smarter than the other. It takes the other female to have to realize, like, oh, this hoe is just really like talking to me to know all my moves. She ain't talking to me like she don't like this person. She talking to me like to know all my moves so she can get one. Yeah, say this shit be deep. Hey, I was a female before. I know all y'all little tricky tricks. It would be no such thing as Jerry Springer. It would be no such thing as Maury Povich. Oh, I'm saying real stuff. I know what's going on. I know what's going on in these eons and stuff like that, and feminism energies being created in red pills. Real stuff. Real stuff. Y'all say that's what y'all females got to stop doing sometimes. Y'all know y'all don't pick y'all friends right sometimes. And then sometimes y'all be so evil. Y'all know that. Sometimes y'all rather get close. What's that saying? I think a female made that saying. Keep your enemies close. I mean, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Man, I think females made that up. Some female back in history made that up. I'm saying, and it ain't even had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with, I'm just nosy today. That's it. Whatever female came up with that was just, I'm nosy today. Some female that just was in college or something like that, and she was around a whole bunch of her friends, and that in her mind they was hoes. But and to them, they thought that she called them BFFs. So I said, but in her mind they was hoes and stuff like that. And then it was a day that they was all at school, and she was like, let me know how she think about this guy. That's it. That's what created it about. That's what created. Let me see if this hoe like the same guy. Like that's where it came from. Trust me, I've been through all eons. I was there. I was always a floating cloud, like floating through everybody's ventilators and stuff, through all the classrooms and hall rooms and bedrooms and stuff like that. When y'all mothers and fathers was fucking and stuff. Like, so Uriel, like, seen all of it. Like, I seen like little witch, like the little I would never tell energy surf females be in and stuff when they befriend their enemy, and then they mind they know it. They act like, oh yeah, I'm about to make you my friend, and they mind, this bitch, this hoe, I need to keep tabs on this hoe. I said real stuff. I seen it before. I seen it. I seen happy homes get tore down. I seen a lot of happy homes get tore down. I seen Jerry Springer show once upon a. Hey, I seen the show Cheaters before. Hey, the host got stabbed. It get deep down here in this demonic world. It get real deep. I seen that the dude from Cheaters got stabbed. That's when you know what I'm talking about. It get deep. It get deep. I'm saying real stuff. So yeah, y'all females be careful, because y'all supposed to be smart, and sometimes y'all too smart for y'all own good. Y'all be knowing what y'all do. You know what y'all doing. I'm saying real stuff. Oh, but look at her husband. Y'all relationship so sweet. That means something different, right? That's something different. I'm saying, now I'm a guy, I'm a man, so when I'm looking at somebody, I might feel jealous, like, and then try to go get that on my own with someone. If I'm seeing somebody with good relationship goals and stuff. Other stuff. Oh, you two playing around with me right now. You two stop playing around, because I'm giving somebody, there's some feminists right now that work at YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? There's some feminists that's like, man, shut up, Uriel. Shut up right now. I'm trying to get my Stella, my groove back right now in this office in California. Oh, my bad. So you better be quiet if you want to stay monetized, Uriel. Oh, it's my fault. I said real stuff. My fault. I love all women. Well, I love y'all with little jiggly old thighs and I get confused. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to really think about what I am today and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm a not a Sappho, because I hate Sappho. I hate any female that start talking and thinking too much like she's smart. I'm like, wait, you don't know shit. Shut up. You're just turning me off now. I'm the smartest. You know what I'm saying? Go pull that off with a better male. He might like your intelligence or something, for you can make up concepts of not giving him the time of the day. I ain't got no time for that. Goddamn, I need some goddamn emotional support. So I start thinking about that. But then I start looking at videos and stuff, and all these I start seeing rainbow colors and stuff, and all these other. I was like, wait, let me chase this real quick. I don't know about all this other stuff. I don't know about all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like you just don't get sexually aroused, and I had to leave that. You know what I'm saying? I had to leave that title real fast. I had to leave that title real fast right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, these guys ain't even got no good representations. Why everybody who explaining this got some type of different color flag behind them? Oh, let's try to leave this go corporation real good. They using these words for coping. I don't got that problem. I don't know about that one. I actually get confused. I start saying too much jiggle. But see, that's what made me learn dick discipline, dog. So I got good dick discipline. So God taught me to build an emotional connection and stuff like that. You know, I said that's the mission God got me on. Stuff they was talking about got kind of weird. They said, some other type. Oh, and I was like, I don't know about all that and stuff. They talking about they don't know what genders. I know what I'm looking down at and who's in my boxers. I'm not confused in that part. You know what I'm saying? I know what God gave me. God gave me 2 jiggling, you know what I'm saying? 2 goddamn jingle bells, jingle all the way. I don't get confused about that. Like, I wake up, I see the Adam's apple or something like that. I don't know about that. So that part of it, I'm like, oh, it's time to leave that one. I'll leave that part. Oh, the other part's cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that part was cool. That emotional part, you know, that part was cool. It was cool. Me being confused on if this is platonic or is this about to get deep because I want to know about you or something like that part. That's that part. All that looking down in your boxers and being confused about that and not being this part. I gotta leave this part. I don't know about this part. You know, I said all the magic marker flags and I said to leave this part. I don't know about that one. I said, oh man. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I might gotta create another word or something like that, because goddamn it, yeah, I might be a demiurge. I might need emotional attraction before I even be interested into some sexual energy. That ain't got nothing to do with me being confused. I start seeing jiggling and I got nothing to do with that part. I ain't seen nobody online discussing that part of it. So I started thinking, I had to scratch my head once I seen like 3 videos, like, well, maybe I might not be this dead. I can't find nobody with that part on the list. Where's this part on the list? Where like some good wiggly waterfall starts happening, like jiggly and stuff like that, and TLC songs and stuff. And waterfall. I'm saying, like what happens when you gotta like really start thinking for God and stuff, and really like go do jumping jacks to get your mind off of it, and do a cartwheel. Where's that part of the list? Was that part 7? Like I went through the video, like I really watched the video for 7 minutes. I usually don't do that. Man, I use a video about 4-5 seconds. That's it. Next, I already know what's gonna be at the end. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me see no video an hour now. That's it. I don't even know if it's something I need to click on. You know what I'm saying? Some real stuff. So I start thinking real quick. I'm like, what number is gonna be on the list where it's like one of the TLC songs and stuff like that? Where, goddamn it, sometimes you got to practice discipline because your emotions and something like the R. Kelly song start popping up. Like, what number was that? What song was that? My mind's telling me no. What number was that on that CD? But my body, so what number on the list is, I ain't read it yet. I was like, okay, I probably gotta leave this title. This title ain't right then. You know what I'm saying? I might gotta leave the demi section. Oh, man, I'm like, I had to leave us. I don't know what's going on. Might got something to do with Mars then. I don't know. Maybe everybody I came across with the demisexuals wasn't no Aries. No, I'm saying, so that's probably wasn't no Scorpio or something like that. So they couldn't break it down in my language. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, the hell, my emotions did get hard as hell. I started saying too many. You know what I'm saying? What was that part? I don't remember the part. Here's the first one. Here's list part 2. You might not get aroused if I don't know about that one. I had to leave a video on that one. I'm like, I'm waiting. I got to about list 4, 5. I'm like, this part ain't for me then. You know, I said, I got to struggle with God and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I had to start scratching my head and start struggling with God and stuff like that. Like, all right, what I just see, this one is demonic. You know what I'm saying? I got to start casting stones. I got to wake up tomorrow and start, like, self-sabotage 101 plus X volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Everything. So you don't know what the hell I gotta fight. You know, it's just like, I had to leave that real quick. I don't know what that one was. I'm God's child. I said, I don't know what that is. That's some humans trying to create their own world down here. So I gotta change the word demi. Oh, it's the humans lost in their demiurge. They just lost in sexuality. Or something. I'm gonna put on that. Uh, No, I'm saying this is like Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build that sauce. You know what I'm saying? You're just not born with it. God gotta like, vet you out. God gotta make sure you're gonna be the best thing when you get there. So that take a lot of trial and error. So that take a whole lot of. Oh, I said, God damn it, having to wear about 3, 4, 5 boxes on. Oh, I said, make sure, you know what I'm saying, you slide the belt a little bit lower below the waistline. And I said all that stuff anytime. God damn it, you would doing something for a mission for God, and God just attract a whole bunch of like feminine energy around. You gotta like think real hard. Like God, I'm trying to think. 4 plus 4 is 8 because God told us we supposed to learn that because the mathematics, because the plus, plus size is a witchcraft. Right? So we got, they hung Jesus on the cross. You know what I'm saying? So the equal side. So you gotta really get deep. Really get deep. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You gotta be here for God. You got to be here for God. Then when God say go ahead and relax, child, then you get back in that reprobate mind humanic world. I'm saying what God says okay. See, but here's the benefits when God says okay. Man, you got the money. You know what I'm saying? You got the place. You know what I'm saying? You got the circumstance. You got the date. You got to create your own holiday. See, that's what God do it. But see, you'll do it for God, even if you was to accomplish it. Probably next week you end up going to jail or something like that. Or you end up doing some situation you can't take care of your kids or something like that. Like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Your tire get flat or something. You know what I'm saying? Real thing, like lose your job or something. Yeah, something like that when you don't do it for God. When you don't do it for God, you do it for the demon world, you do it for the streets. You know what I'm saying? God will show you real fast. Go to hell. Stay in the streets. Real shit. I'm gonna keep it on. With your fault on it. With your fault on it. Keep it on with you. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. So you gotta be game in this world. You know what I'm saying? You learn what's going down. But move. Damn grandma. But yeah, it's important to have an emotional connection though. Because what do I always teach y'all? You're building emotional mental forms. These are mental forms, and it has to be crafted. That's why I always teach y'all. That's why I thought demisexual, because it kind of got certain energies that I always talk about. Even if you're trying to have a child, a business, or an actual child with your partner, the other gender, right? You want to meditate, or when y'all have an emotional connection because y'all got common interests, y'all building a form that represent the space y'all in. And if the space y'all in is some godly space, you're only gonna be around other spirits that become aware. So you're gonna want those to become your Greek, being creating kids out of our heads, our businesses, or actually creating children. When we put the sperm and egg together and create an organ, one of these spirits was in those mental forms and all those transitions and incarnations, and come here and be a child that make us rich at the age of 3 years old because they don't know all the goddamn pamper, goddamn boxes and stuff like that, and all the Gerber jars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, any of my children gonna look like goddamn it, the little kids y'all be seeing on the little Facebook things. You be thinking it's a little Barbie doll or something like that, or a fake little baby. It'll be a real baby or stuff like that. Like somewhere that was your real kid. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked when I was a kid. I'm saying real stuff. I can show y'all even my junior high picture and my high school picture and stuff like that. Like, oh, my hair was always wavy or something like that. I looked just like that. No, I'm saying real stuff. So, but all my kids, they gonna know the organ that they have. They always gonna know the organ they have. They ain't gonna disrespect God either. But they all gonna look androgynous though. You know what I'm saying? All my kids gonna look androgynous. All my kids gonna look like the Galactic Federations, and stuff like that, and just like that, and make them wear all little superhero costumes and stuff. I said all superhero costumes and stuff. I said real stuff. Bring a new alien race down here, a whole new alien race. We don't even really look human. You know what I'm saying? and we don't age either. You know what I'm saying? So all my kids they all gonna stay looking 13 their whole life and stuff like that. Real stuff. Bringing a whole new race down here, whole new organ system, whole new atmosphere. I'm saying whole new hell, because really I ain't supposed to do that in another way. God said create atmospheres, but this world is chalked up right now, and I got to come back one more time. So I want to make sure it's much more easier when I come back too. A lot of the rulers and the templates and stuff like that, I could just fall back in because probably my children probably created it. So I'm just falling right back in my mental. Like it's gonna be easy for me. I'm just falling royalty. Fall right into a pope seat. I'm saying real shit, fall right into a pope seat. I'm saying it don't matter if it's 300 years later, 400 years later, whoever ran the world and created the hardest stop for us probably was my children. You know what I'm saying? So whoever running the world that ain't my children, they're going up under my children's oral tradition. My children was the Masons and the Masonic new tribe and stuff like that. And sprung off all the new people in the world and stuff like that. So I'm just falling right in my stuff. It don't matter who come. They all gonna be my children in some type of way. Because my children raised these people that's running the world at the moment and made the police force and stuff. So I'm just gonna come lay back. You know what I'm saying? My time comes back because I'm gonna become Uriel at 9 years old this time. You know what I'm saying? To sit back and be like, oh yay. But I was always Uriel, but just awaken to it. I'm saying just come back and relax. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do that legacy. I got to have that female that like, I just can't. Because y'all, I don't know. We in the modern time right now, though. The modern females is weird. It's weird. I don't know, but that's why I'm trying to build a community. Because, like, the modern woman is weird. Like, instead of a modern woman looking at a man like, oh, I want to do something with him, she's looking at it like, well, why I can't do that, and why he can do that, and I can make a comic book. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, damn, you don't know who the Rachachi brothers was copying off of? Some dude who died in his other half, who she kept up his ideas hard as hell. Now they didn't copy it and took ideas, but at least she was rich. You know what I'm saying? She might have gave them the rights or whatever like that, but it was the dude and her idea. She lived longer than him though. You know what I'm saying? That was it. But other than that, when we talk about Queen Elizabeth, all these statues and stuff like that, see, this was, look, I hate to break it down with nature, because this is making me feel like red pill or feminism. But in so many aspects, see, I just be using that as a talking term. Like, every now and then, like, sometimes they be right. I ain't gonna front. So, in context, it's like this. Using animals, even though y'all ain't animals, but let's look at it like this, right? The female. The world learned from the female, but the world is built from the man. So if the female didn't have something to uphold that the man built, she's not going to have anything to teach. So what does this mean? When a man changed the world to look like a female, right? Whatever child she have, all the way down to her hormones is a teacher. To the child being in her. Become mannerisms and stuff. When a child come out, whatever template run the world for us to feel secure, and that's the first trait females need to feel, whether it's coming from the shadow government or not, is what's going to be taught to the child. So whether the child is a male or female, the first teacher is going to be the woman. And if the woman hormones is the blood cells that we create from our mind, and if the mind is indoctrinated with the shadow government, then guess what? Male and females who come through any woman, their first teacher is somebody else's comic books. So, since we understand that cycle, right? The only information that we're receiving is from a man, but it's upheld, because females are the nurturers, from a woman. For an example, I don't give a fuck about no dude's music unless it's a female I know or a female that's in a soul group and she posted it. That's the only way your music gonna go through my eardrums, homeboy, especially if you ain't no celebrity or something like that. That's a sign of feminine energy. So if you a homeboy and you ain't got no feminine energy, you could forget getting any accumulation in the world. Because a nigga like me ain't gonna want to hear it. and another female gonna wonder why ain't nobody hearing it. So you just somebody online part complaining and talk about semen retention also and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't be knowing y'all. See, I used to be all these species and stuff. That's why I'm trying to help y'all understand each instant where y'all power, everything is at. Now, for the most part, here's the thing. Since we know that's a cycle, you might be a woman now, but you don't know you're in that same cycle where you're going to live longer than a man and you're upholding something. You was better in keeping notes in your planner than homeboy who was sitting in the next desk to you in the classroom. So since you already know you're on a cycle, it's micro macro. The people who run the world is doing the same thing, just on a broader scale. So it's somebody's other half upholding something. Now, if I have to make this any simpler, do I got to mention Queen Elizabeth? Didn't Prince Dude die? Don't y'all whole England and America is ran up under that? You see what I'm saying? So it's not the actual woman running, but it's basically how submissive she is if she got a man with actual purpose. Now, Queen Elizabeth don't count because her man was a Mason, and we see his purpose, his brotherhood, and these cats running the whole world. So we ain't got to say she was with a man without no purpose. We know they was with, but if you know you in that same cycle, you know what you participating with now. Because what come through you, even when the man ain't around and at work, is just your character around that kid that you just had. And that's built off society. All of us is raised up under Walt Disney. You might feel a certain way how you look at yourself in the mirror that make you feel a certain way internally of why you wear other stuff, but that's other circumstances. But just the way you feel by the reactions of the world already built your body language and the energy you in carrying that baby. That alone, society got input on the woman that's upheld by some other woman for the woman to be on a cycle alone of being the first teacher. And all new men and women that come in the world is always got to know somebody else Batman first. Always got to know somebody else Superman first. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I look at it like that. I'm about tired of that. So F that. It's like, I hate that. See, I'm glad I'm here at this time though, because I guess I'm used as a vessel to even go through the frustration and still do it for others. Because we're in modern times where the beta males and the modern females don't know how to co-entwine. So without someone here to break it down as clear as I'm breaking it down, we know that everybody going through a shift right now and waking up a little bit, but there's no main template to look at to be like, oh, okay, that's actually it now. You see what I'm saying? But you can listen to everybody, even going down to like the young females and stuff, and females that's around our age that even be on Fresh and Fit. We could kind of listen like, damn, people waking up now a little bit. Like everybody, and people, even if they flaunt, they're like doing shadow work enough to even say they choose it. They know it ain't, they're not creating no delusion, constant dissonance. People even, you know what I'm saying? The Copa energy is even being transmuted in a more positive way. So it's like, damn, like humanity low-key waking up all the way down to the, to the young people like 14, 15. But what I have seen from adults right now, like 18, 19, 20, 21, man, this is the highest rate of speed up process of awakening I've ever seen and things of that nature. Because like you can listen to our aunties and stuff like that and you can tell they still on some type of slow type of process. You can even see it with certain people in limbo. Let's say that's people who born in the early 80s or getting to the mid 80s, right? These are individuals like you got to be late 80s, like 87, 88, 89, 86 is pushing it, and you still kind of be a limbo. But those early 80s, you can hear it like with context like this. We could be in this new shift right now where we got all this wisdom where you know it's certain things that Christianity ain't right. But based upon you still coming from that old shift, you have to make up things like, oh yeah, I don't believe in Christianity, but I believe in Jesus Christ. Like you got to say stuff like that. Like you got to, even beyond Christianity, I'm just using that as an example. It can go to anything in society. I'm just using that as an example for y'all to know what I'm talking about when y'all around y'all aunties or older siblings and stuff, and or your mothers and fathers, y'all can put the two and two together. Like you could tell when they was your age, the shift processes wasn't as fast. It wasn't as fast. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think, like, I don't know if it's like God here now or Abaddon has been released and we're forced to see all of our micro versions of Abaddons ourselves to know that whatever we thought we was in that was good is bad. Like, I don't know what it is. I think that little transition of Pluto going through Scorpio is what changed everybody. So Pluto going through Sag, Pluto where it's at now. I think that was it. And that shift of Libra and Saturn and Libra, because Saturn is exalted, and I think that was like in 2012. So little spirits before that, I say like 15 years before that, and all spirits after that, and in between, brought some new type shift here, where it's just like some speed up process. Where right now you could become a baby now, and then as soon as you turn 3 years old, 4 years old, you know how to do way more stuff than you know that your grandparents at your age probably would have never thought of. You know what I'm saying? And we see micro phases of this evolution now. A lot of y'all are young parents like me now, where you good at certain things that you still had to think about a little bit, that your child or your nieces or your nephews or your younger siblings kind of still got one up on you, but you understand it still though, because you're still in this world, you're still in this realm, you're still in this phase. You know what I'm saying? Like real stuff. Like when it comes to my nieces, even my daughter and stuff like that, like when it come onto the tablet and stuff like that, I don't have to explain anything. When it comes to my aunts, my mother, or something like that, you gotta like do some explaining. And then here's the thing: when you in limbo, like when you like an adult, when it's younger siblings around you, or if you got children and stuff like that, you could be around your aunties or older siblings, or your parents or something like that, or your grandparents, and you might not even have to be the one to help them. The younger siblings will go help them real quick. They excited to do it. They excited to tell them, to show them how to put on the Bluetooth or how to put on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we in a new, like y'all see this. Y'all see this. You see what I'm saying? This some new, and this ain't like no chibble chabble type stuff. Because back in those times, you know, they had calculators. And this time, calculators just an add-on. So it could be a calculator is something that the younger siblings could never be on. It's a second given. If they was to get on it, they automatically know what that is. Where, you know, our aunties and grandparents and stuff like that and uncles, they had to even think about how to use the calculator at one point. Where the kids right now ain't even have to be on that app. And the app itself is just part of the world. They was born in a world where, and it's just it being a subsidiary. So it's so much in the world after the fact for them that it's second nature. So even if they never been on that app, it ain't like if they was to get on it, they won't automatically know what it is. It'll be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all get it? I'm just putting out confirmations how we can see right now that the shift is real on the highest sped up level I've ever seen in my life. It's important to use that. It's important. Like, you can't even think you that smart, even being an adult right now. Like kids that's being, like people that's being born right now is like so smart. They know how to body language and talk better. Like right now, man, a 7-year-old could be like, I think I seen this. Man, a 7-year-old could take over the rap game right now. Take over acting and actressing. Like it's that deep right now. Like the true spirits is back now. Like I'm a representation of that. You supposed to be a representation of that. You're going to be seeing all kind of representations of that from the children right now, your younger siblings. There's some new type of thing going on right now where it's some different type of spiritual soul tribe that's coming. I mean, spiritual, what they call spiritual root race down here right now, taking forms in human forms to push us into this atmosphere. That's why I talk about it so much. We're in some type of transition where you can no longer take a human form or a snake or a whale or a skunk or a raccoon or a monkey form. Where reincarnation, these was the only things. We're being pushed, we're being forced to be atmospheres now. So it's almost to a point that
even if you're lacking that ability, you're forced to be coming with everyone else who's smart. You're just going to be like an allegory of how we see it, how we already doing this. Everybody was forced, even if you're with the spiritual root race, to be amongst the human. But you just lacked so much of being smart in these transitions. The mental form lacked, so the organ lacked. So you're more retarded than everybody else, or you're slower than everybody else, or you got less comprehension skills with everybody else. Yet you're still here with everybody else in the stimuli. You still got a brain with this one, like all of us and stuff. Just your ability to use it may not be that good. You know what I'm saying? You get it? Just like it's like that amongst all of us. You know what I'm saying? Just like the raccoons, the possums hanging upside down on the tree behind your grandmother's house and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They came here too, but you always gonna have that stray possum that some still hanging upside down on the tree in it's daytime. They're like, hey, what's going on? We nocturnal, it's retarded. So it's probably sick in the brain, retarded LD and something like that. They got caught in something and it wasn't supposed to and got a tapeworm in the brain. So now they trying to figure out, law, the Tommy retarded or Sally retarded. They still out in the daytime or something like that, get ready to get shot by some petomizing people or something like that somebody call 911 for. Because their kids want to play in the background, but they can't because some keep smiling upside down. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. See, I thought it froze. It ain't freeze. But all grandma's grandkids and stuff like that go in the backyard feeds and stuff like that. So you gonna call the fire department, call 911. They gonna come back there, and then all the possum family gonna be like, "See, we knew that was gonna happen to him. We knew that was gonna happen to her." You know what I'm saying? They must have been retarded. But see, that person ain't had no family, no real good family possums, because they had a real good Karen that actually went through some things. They would have knew that. Okay, they probably got bit by a raccoon and got rabies, or they probably got a tapeworm in their brain. Let me go help them and take them to the Possum Belmont Pines or Psycho Warders. They see what I'm saying. But sometimes animals in the animalistic nature, their morality ain't that deep yet until they get into the spiritual root race to create a human form body. They still that in that energy where they can't really intellectually think with the fourth and fifth dimension to make a sixth dimension. They still lost into the third dimension trying to build the fourth dimension to be a total individual, and hopefully no spiritual root race rulers still make them up under them with a firmament over soul energy. So a lot of times it's hard for them to think how another version of them that shares similar organs will feel. So just if the lion feel a heart problem, they ain't gonna go through those trains of thoughts of thinking how another lion would go through a heart problem. So a lion don't give a fuck about another man lion, and probably can't wait till that lion die. I'm like, hell yeah, because I would have killed your ass once I got around that your female cub. I would have killed all your kids in there. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. So you lucky you died first, because I would have Mustafa'd your ass real fast. You know what I'm saying? Real, that's how lions be thinking of stuff. That lion is not thinking like, oh, let me have some compassion and let's come together with a bunch of other better male lions so we could go ahead and contain ourselves and be organized and be domesticized up, domesticated up and stuff like that. Let's cut our nuts off, y'all, and come together and let's create it, because I know how another lion would feel if I was to go ahead and scrape his hands off the little cliff at Simba's Rock, at Pride Rock. So he could fall off the cliff and die because I want his female or something like that. The hell with his kid Simba. I don't want to see him grow up. Oh, make sure Fofo and all your kids don't grow up. Oh, Tupac. Oh, Tupac was Mustafa. Mustafa brought Tupac back. You know what I'm saying? So that's how lions think. You want to make sure you ain't too animalistic. You a human trying to get out of becoming a demon, become an angel. When you still a human, that's a demon, you still get lost in how you became a human, your previous life, that animal. So you don't like to think for others still. You know what I'm saying? So you don't care how Mustafa would feel if he fell off Pride Rock. You just Mustafa like oh man, he got look at Simba, look at who we have that little bastard with. Man, I think I could do it much better. You know what I'm saying? So you get into the little narcissism energies. It's the little 8th house energies manipulating energy. Yeah, you want to act like you your brother's keeper, like you Nino Brown, and you know what I'm saying? You a GQ and you know what I'm saying? Your brother Q and all this stuff on top of the roof, talking about my brother's keeper and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my like I go shed a tear, like you like, you know what I'm saying? Like you Archangel Uriel on Angel May Crime mixtape or something like that. They gonna shed a tear and gonna kill your brother. So you ain't about nothing being humans down here. Oh, so all in that dog eat dog world, animalistic nature. That's all y'all humans do. The same thing animals do, just in the mind. Or it would be no such thing as the movie New Jack City. It would be no such thing as the history class and them making us feel like we were supposed to do all these things. And it's a luxury for George Washington to drop his nuts on all geographical locations. Or you wouldn't have learned what you learned and be into some healthy society. Like, wait, these cats ain't had to do all that. These cats are sitting around and narcissists wanting to teach us how much they drop their nuts on so many geographical. Yo, that's it. That's how I looked at it. I couldn't look at it no other way in school. Like, when I was in history class, the only thing I could think is I can't wait till I could do this in my little community. I ain't never think about getting an A. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to get an A about somebody else claiming that how much they dropped their nuts somewhere or here, they dropped their nuts somewhere else, then somewhere and did Nimrod dance or something like that. Then we got to celebrate it and call it a new year. No, this is a holiday somebody made up because they dropped their nuts somewhere and they other half somewhere still making comic books about it, a.k.a. Queen Elizababeth. No, I see, that's what this is about. I always thought like that. Real stuff. I ain't never think no other way. I thank God I came down as an Aries. I compete towards the right stuff. God told me to get out my ego and fight the good fight. So I ain't got no time to compete with no men and have a hatred towards women. You know what I'm saying? Any enemy that female of mine, she knows she ain't an enemy of mine because of small dick energy. You know that small dick beta male energy is when a man can't get none or a man is frustrated or the extreme red pill. Not like Fresh and Fit, but the extreme red pill, where it just sounds like you hate women. You might as well be a feminist. I ain't even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, like I don't even like, that's retarded. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff like that. Even females that know they hate me, they know I still come out of love. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like I don't have that type of I hate the world. I don't got time to hate specific humans. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even know how to do that. Like, for real. I really don't even know how to do that. Like, sometimes I get online, like, it's certain characters I be having that I think is weird that I see y'all humans be thinking is normal. Like, I swear, like, I probably see, if not the same stuff y'all see, more than y'all. But I got a different mind than y'all, so y'all probably don't see it the way I see it. For an example, especially when it comes to content creation, if you're a content creator, you're always looking for content. Thank you so much for the donation, Christina. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. So, it's almost normal, and this y'all think it's normal because y'all don't see it this way, and I really appreciate that. But it don't matter if you don't even go through something negative with someone. It could be someone you're still cool with. Just going through an issue with them throughout the day, that's content. You see what I'm saying? People can't wait to dox people or put people's name in a title that no one else personally know in their life but them, and then everybody built off each other to get known by that, to make each other known. And to me, I look at that as, I don't even have that moral system. But when I get online, that's normal. I had to really come to grips with this. Like, damn, this is normal. Like, when I put myself in other human shoes and go through all the possibilities of thoughts, what made them come to that conclusion to do it. I actually had to chalk it up like, oh, they don't go through thoughts like angels go through. Like, that's a moral concept. This actually something normal down here. Like, if I was to actually start doing this, I won't be looked at the way I look at it. So I be thinking like, but I still don't do stuff like that. But it's just, don't be no content creator or don't be no troll or hater of a content creator, because y'all will probably be using each other to get attention. But let's say one is in the other boat. The content creator can't wait to use you and to tell everybody about you and to have in their mind they doing something for God to make sure they prevent you from getting any access in any kind of business or having a career online or anything. Like, that's a normal thing to do. To me, I look at that like that's negative to me. That's Jewish to me. Just for me to sit back and look around like, damn, I could have did that. Not only because I wouldn't even do that online, but in my real life too. I could have did that thousands of times, and it's justified. The universe will do that and owe me some and allow me to have my way. But I just don't find myself doing that. But I had to really come to grips like, damn, the world look at that as normal. It's stuff like that. That God don't necessarily mess with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why humans do that. All the way down to the presidents. Donald Trump can't wait to tell y'all what Joe Biden ain't do right. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden can't wait to tell y'all what Trump ain't about to do. Like, if I was Joe Biden, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was Donald Trump, I wouldn't even care. It'd be all about, in my mind, what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if what I'm about to do don't work, then it ain't meant. That's how I look at it. Hey, whatever I'm about to do don't work, it ain't meant then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just never got into that hatred spirit or whatever like that. I don't know. But this world is made out of it, so you kind of need it a little bit, or you ain't gonna materialize or manifest in the dog eat dog world. So you gotta have some type of enemy. So for an example, it's just about being a powerful spirit where you know how to transmute it the right way. So that's why when y'all hear me making the music towards the rappers and stuff like that, they'll be able to listen to it and not take it personal and take it more from a creative attribute and to step their game up. You know what I'm saying? Other than them being able to use it as a way to be like, oh, this person just hurt about something. Oh, this person just trying to get attention. They can't take it that way. So they can't build the template of, let's say I was to blow up. They can't take the template of saying, oh, this person is jealous of me. They have to take the godly route. So and since I'm in that world so good, the best they can do is just act like I don't exist. That's the best they can do. Because anything that they would say, it'll be something that I have already pinpointed that they can't use. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, a celebrity will use this real fast. Oh, people just trying to get attention off me, or this, that, they use stuff like that real fast, and how they got talented, and how God blessed them and didn't bless other people. You can't put that on my channel. They can't put that on nobody's channel. I mean, they can't nobody put that with me in none of these worlds, but especially with music. You know what I'm saying? They'd come across my stuff and be like, oh yeah, I can't even use that. All right, let me go ahead and chalk that up. I can't use that. Because they start developing a mind that they add fuel to my fire. They start having ideas like, wait, I just be putting a spotlight on this person. Let me not do that. And then in their mind, they start thinking that that's intelligent. In their mind, they start thinking that's how God coming to them. No, it's really just you being a demon. You know what I'm saying? And you get ready to go to hell because you ain't get ready to stop what God gave me. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. So all celebrities that ain't really supporting, shout out to all the celebrities that is, but all the celebrities that ain't, you going to hell. Because I am going to be in your face to the point that you're going to have to act out that energy. The same way we act out these energies in the spiritual world, you got to do it in the physical now. I'm no longer in your mind. So y'all now got to act like I don't exist in the physical world. Same way how y'all really wanted that to be for God. Y'all really want to act like God don't exist, and y'all want God just to be in y'all mind, just for y'all. Anytime somebody else come around and you don't sacrifice yourself, it's always your God again, and how you think and how you feel. That's how y'all always want it. Y'all just don't see that's what y'all doing. And for the most part, when God sent his children down here and stuff, its children, I didn't say he, when God sent its children down here and stuff like that, then these are representations to show y'all that, all right, y'all can't do that no more, and then y'all about to start self-reflecting. Y'all about to start saying the angel doing it. No, the angel is doing what you always want to do better than you, and your upsetness about it is what God gave to the angels as the gift of how to do that. Like, that's what angels supposed to do. That's how angels get it out of y'all. That's the mirror. We showing you your own mirror and things of that. So the more you get upset and try to make it seem like the angel is evil, is you expressing how evil you is. It's you expressing how much you wish you was in that position in some way, shape, or form. Because the angel ain't doing things that you would do if you was in that position. And if you're not doing enough shadow work, you're not going to be able to come to that conclusion that you're only hating that you're not in a position doing what you want to do if you was in that position. And ultimately, that's how God look at it. You all about you. God don't like spirits like that. That's why that's why you might be in that position in the first place. Not nobody in my soul group, but I'm just kicking some spiritual game right now, y'all. So that's how God look at it and things of that nature and stuff. So you have to peep game. So when God every now and then send its children down here, sometimes demons find themselves doing the same thing they do with God to the angel, to try to make the angel just like them, so they can appear to be above the angel while still being a human. Then when the angel be a better human, Then the human, now the humans start reflecting again. Oh, the angel trying to be God. Or the angel is a narcissist or whatever like that. That's the power God give the angels for the humans to self-reflect themselves. Because that's only the human again expressing what they always wanted to do again. You know what I'm saying? This is a self-reflecting thing. But if you wouldn't care about it like that for the demon humans in the world, like celebrities and stuff, or regular people, if that ain't what you wanted to do. So everything comes from subjectivity, and that's a reflection of yourself. So if it's coming from a place of hate first, and things that you want, but you're mad that you're not in that position, it's a confirmation that you're not that. You see what I'm saying? So when you're not that, you're in the opposing Satan position. Because when you are that, you see everybody the way you see yourself. So if you think you all good, gifted and talented and stuff like that, you're gonna want to see that in everybody else. Every time somebody show you different, and then make you think you ain't that, then that make you feel like you're let down. Now you can start developing a dry heart after that, or you could pick yourself up again after that letdown, after that fall, and try and have a better attribute of knowing where to see that character at again, because you know you're on a mission for God to bring that type of energy down here, to bring that love for God down here, to bring that hate for God down here, so people can hate the right things and love the right things of that nature and stuff like that. But if you just fall into this world and let this world damage you, so you become a product of this world, a product of the environment, you didn't transform the environment to look like God, you didn't create the vibe with that one of a kind version of God, then you're not doing godly mission. So you got lost and separate from God based upon getting trapped in one of these presence, these energies, these atmospheres, these chakras, these environments, these that got wrapped into a product that you got trapped in as a spirit. And you got lost way from God and forgot what God needed you to do. You know what I'm saying? God needed you to create the product in the environment, not become the product of the environment that you were sent to change. You see what I'm saying? So you might you might not be experiencing love or creativity or reciprocation where you at. Whatever you ain't experiencing, what you lack, because you are that. That's the role you supposed to play. So when you're trying to look for it in others, how you gonna look for something God gave you in others? So you need to just do what God gave you, and then God will put you around others that God gave that to also. And that's trauma bonding for God purposes. Because both of y'all meet each other, because both of y'all was on a path of getting out of y'all traumas. So both of y'all can help each other in y'all mental world, and physical world. Not trauma bonding for the devil. You just together with this person because y'all got familiarity based upon background or circumstance or something like that. So that's just a phase. If and you don't know that's just a phase if you're unwise, because there's going to be something else that suit whatever your trauma go through, and this how some start it ends. The same way how this person fulfilled a trauma bonding, this person becomes the same energy that you need someone else to fulfill as trauma bonding and things of that nature. So you end up needing someone else to help you separate from a person that you did that same thing with that person to separate from someone else. So it's like that's demonic trauma bonding right there, where you're just finding issues and you don't know that the issue was in front of your face all along. It was you. Wherever you went, there you are. You just thought it was planned out through other people. No, it was you creating the same situation just from other people's situations and that you dealing with. Oh, we 2 hours in. All right, so I gotta go back in, y'all. So all y'all and get y'all readings. Y'all gonna get y'all readings. I'm gonna do as much as I can tonight, and I'm finishing the this much. If I don't get any tonight, I know it's only probably gonna be like 1 or 2 or 3 left, based upon the people who got a whole bunch at one time. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing little by little there, and doing, and then the people who got one. So for the most part, that'd be the only reason that I'll probably have to do like 3 or 4 left in the morning and things of that nature, and then everybody for the I think it's like 2 or 3 people left for the personal consultants also. And that's what will be, so tomorrow a little bit more for your day and stuff. And I love all y'all, and I can be able to think. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? Stay spiritually protected. Real stuff.